Hi girlies, welcome to my 5th YouTube video, and today I am trying to find an outfit to wear for BST Sabrina Carpenter, and it's not working, I can't find anything I like. I have 3 different midi dresses that I am potentially going to wear. This is option number 1. This is from Love Shack Fancy. I'm not sure the name of the dress, but it's like got a sheared bodice and it's just floral print, and it has pockets as well, which is very handy. I have this dress, but if I am being honest, it is like a slip. People wear this out. It is like a lingerie, like night slip, and I've seen a lot of people, especially Sabrina Carpenter, wearing this sort of thing, but I don't think I'd be confident enough. It's also a little bit too big for me on the back. I wasn't really stressed about what I was going to wear to Sabrina because I knew either I would wear this dress or my other midi dress from Love Shack Fancy, which is really similar. This is just like a square neck, so there's this option which is probably going to be the one that I wear and I am going to iron. I have this dress which is really similar to the last dress, except from the front is a little bit different. I think it's exactly the same colour, more or less the same colour, but I definitely wear this one more. It's the Isilda dress. I actually don't know the name of this dress, but it is from Love Shack Fancy. But I actually might end up wearing this dress because I don't wear it as much, and I don't know, I'm liking how it's looking today. But I'm going to go and get in the shower and then I will have picked something to wear. This is the weather at the moment. It's actually hailing. The weather is looking horrendous. This is said hail, so I may have to change my outfit again. I'm not sure what I'm going to wear now at all. It is currently raining quite loudly at the moment, and I'm feeling a little bit skeptical that it's going to rain during Sabrina's set. If you guys watched my last video, I talked about how I was feeling quite anxious to go, and so we're just going for Sabrina's set. We aren't going to go and see the supporting artist, which I am sad about, but the main thing is that we get to see Sabrina for my birthday. It's currently raining quite heavily. I don't know if you guys can hear it. And about half an hour ago it was thundering and hailing, so it's not looking too promising. Lemon! I'm hoping that we're going to be able to find a little bit where there aren't like too many people. Like obviously I know there's going to be about 65,000 people there, but I'm hoping that there will be like somewhere we can stand that isn't like too dense with people. I've been religiously watching a lot of TikToks just to see like what the layout is, where the toilets are, and it all looks really nice and like really clean, and I think that's something that I was really worried about. Someone that gets very, very anxious, and like my stomach is 0 out of 10. I've always got an upset stomach. Looking as though that's going to be one thing I don't need to worry about, although I'm sure I will still worry about it. I'm also wondering if she's going to bring anyone out. I've looked on TikTok and there's been like quite a few rumours of like Dolly Parton or Addison Rae or Lana Del Rey, because I think they're both in the UK because they played Wembley. I think it was on my birthday and on the 4th of July as well. So you guys probably know the drill by now. I am not very good at like eye makeup, and I generally just do a little bit of skin makeup to make my skin look a bit more glowy and a bit like less eczema-y. Last week I saw a picture of this girl on Pinterest and I really just liked how she did her blush, and I thought I'm gonna try that. Did I practice it beforehand? No, so I don't know how well this is gonna turn out. I'm gonna insert the picture here of what I'm gonna try and do my makeup like. It's probably not gonna turn out the same, to be honest, because I'm not very good at makeup. I'm gonna start off with Hollywood Flawless Filter, and I just apply that to the high points of my cheekbones, across my nose, a little bit on my forehead, and then just around the rest of my face. The reference photo I'm using, she's very dewy, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more onto my cheekbones. I've read that Hollywood Flawless Filter breaks a lot of people out, but as someone with acne prone skin, I've actually never had a problem with this, so I think I'm looking quite dewy. I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and I still have not bought a new concealer brush, but I'm mainly going to put this on the bit of psoriasis I've got in the middle of my face, and I've got one kind of like acne scar at the moment. So I've added my foundation over most of my face. I don't normally do my forehead, but because we're going to be out for a little while, I just thought it would be nice if my makeup did look a little bit more cohesive. And I don't know why, I just never really apply foundation onto my forehead. I never really had acne, at least when I was having cystic acne, on my forehead. It was always sort of more on my chin, sometimes on my cheeks. This foundation actually only matches my skin in the summertime, so I think in winter I do look a little bit silly. But I can never find another foundation that I like because this has been discontinued. It's like a very luminous, very light type of foundation. I don't like anything that's like too heavy that doesn't look skin-like, because it just doesn't suit me. I'm just gonna add a little bit of bronzer with the Rare Beauty stick in Happy Soul. I'm gonna add just a little bit more bronzer onto my cheeks, I think. I think the reference photo isn't particularly bronzy. I just think I'm very pale. I'm going to start off with the liquid version of Hope, and then I'm going to go in with the powder version just to make it a bit more dewy. I'm just going to put 2 little dots on each cheek. I'm gonna start off by putting 2 little dots on each cheek because this is really pigmented. Just had to try and move myself slightly because the sun's come out and it's just glaring in my face. It's making my makeup look a bit weird. I've added a little bit of liquid highlight onto like the tops of my cheekbones. It's kind of hard to capture it because the sun's just come in now. I'm gonna try the powder blush in Hope, which I have just dropped and smashed on the floor. Sun has come back in, but this is what the blush is looking like at the moment. Now that I've put on some powder blush, I'm going to go in with the powder bronzer just to warm my face up a bit, and I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup off camera because the sun has come out and it is too hot. This is the finished makeup. I actually couldn't find the correct colour for my hair, so I've kind of got like a wave kind of situation going on. I don't know if I'm that happy with it, but it's going to fall out by the time we get there anyway because it is so humid. But I'm going to go in with the Ritual of Karma body oil. I'm just going to rub this across like my collarbones and the tops of my shoulders. Because I've got a cold, I actually can't work out what this smells of, so I'm going to have to like include a little description because I keep recommending it to you guys. But because I'm so bummed up, I can smell a little bit. It's kind of, what does it say on here? Lotus flower and white tea. I can definitely smell like a lotusy flower smell. I'm gonna put a little bit on my shoulders. I'm gonna apply Vanillalicious all over my body, and then I'm gonna go and put on my outfit. This is what I'm wearing. It kind of looks like it's white, but it's actually a really light pink dress. This is my outfit. I don't really know how best to show you guys, but this is the look. And then for my very last step, I am using my Mod Vanilla perfume.
We are reporting live from London.
I'm not going to be doing that again, and that is absolutely fine. I tried it, it was not for me, and that's fine. Really enjoyed the music, obviously. I am such a big Sabrina Carpenter fan, but there were just so many people. The queues for the toilets were absolutely horrendous. A friend of mine from work actually went to see Sabrina as well, and she said that she didn't have to queue up for the toilets at all, but that was not what happened with me. Josh went to the bathroom, and because he's a bloke, like, he just didn't have to wait, but I was probably there maybe like 20 minutes, which was fine. The toilets were like, the toilets are something that I was really worried about, and that's why we didn't go for the full day, because every time I get anxious I have like a really upset stomach, and I would have not have wanted to do it in like a toilet like that. Like, it was fine, there was just a bit of rubbish in it, but it was like fairly clean, so I appreciated that it was better than what I'd anticipated. I think we were kind of like the first row of people that weren't kind of like squished like sardines, because obviously I get quite anxious, especially in like small places, and there were so many people. Like, I knew 65,000 people were going to be there, but I just didn't know what that was going to be like. And the front, right at the very front, it was like really packed, and we were just not about to do that. So I think we were stood behind, like, I think it was like Mast 6 or something. There was some sort of like thing there, and we were stood like just maybe like 3 meters behind that, so we weren't close at all, but we weren't like really far back. Other than obviously seeing Sabrina for about 3 minutes, I think, in total, because we were stood so far back, like I just couldn't see her. I think one of my favourite things was all the fashion and like all the girly outfits. I said to Josh, I think I have found my people. And normally, like, if Josh is looking for me, he just looks for like something pink and flowery, but obviously at Hyde Park that was not something that was easily gonna stand out, because everyone was like pink and flowery, and it was really nice. Overall as well, I did feel pretty safe. I think that was something I was worried about as well, because I know it's not like Glastonbury, like it's not like a massive festival, but I was worried because there were going to be like so many people, like when we were leaving, that we would get trampled. It was like quite busy, but it was all like really well managed, so I was really pleased about that. Definitely not going to be something I'm going to be doing again. I'm definitely more of like a stadium or an arena type of girl. I think my first sort of concert experience, I went to X Factor when I was like 14, and this thing called Teaful on the Beach again when I was like 13 or 14, and now I'm like 27, so it's been a while since I've been to something. So the last thing I went to was the Eras tour, and obviously that was absolutely phenomenal, and so that's where my bar was kind of set for like music experiences. I really enjoyed Sabrina's set, but because I just like couldn't see her at all, it kind of took like the kind of like excitement away. I sometimes felt like, because I was just watching her on the screen, because I just wasn't tall enough to see her, that it was just kind of like I might as well have been at home like watching on my phone. I don't know, because I don't like the festival experience. I didn't really like being around loads of people. If I was someone that really liked being around loads of people, would have been great, because obviously I love the music, but I also kind of thought, oh, I can't see her, like, and I found it a little bit hard to hear sometimes. I absolutely love Sabrina Carpenter though, and if she tours for Man's Best Friend, I would absolutely go. I was so gutted that I missed out on the last tour, Short and Sweet, that she did, because I would have loved to have gone, but I just didn't get tickets quick enough. I ended up getting this t-shirt, which was £45. I actually wanted the Man Child t-shirt, but the the merchandise bit that we went to didn't have it, and so I thought, oh, they must have like sold out. And then we went to another one just because we were getting a drink. I was like, no, and they had it, and I thought, no, I can't spend £90 on Sabrina Carpenter t-shirts. Like, as much as I love her, like, I don't wear t-shirts that often. In the winter I wear loads of t-shirts, but like spring, autumn, summer, I don't really go for t-shirts because I just get too hot. See, if you like the kind of festival vibes, then that will be perfect for you. Like, Hyde Park was so well organised, or at least I felt it was really well organised. Like, I didn't feel too claustrophobic. There was space for me to kind of like stand away from people, and it was just a really nice atmosphere. I think that's what I was worried about. I was worried that like people would be drinking and people would be rowing. One thing that really pissed me off, and like peace and love to these girls because I'm sure they didn't know, they had this sign, and where we couldn't see Sabrina, we were watching on the left hand screen, and they would just kept putting this sign up above their heads and just no one could see anything. And I feel like that sort of thing should be banned, especially like at festivals, because like it just blocks everyone's view. And like, I know they weren't doing it to be malicious, but it was just really irritating. It's like, I can't see her, I'm watching her on the screen, and you keep putting this sign up. And because we were quite far back, there's no way she would have seen this sign anyway, and it was just really frustrating. And a couple of people were like shouting at these kids to put the sign down, and I felt bad because they were little. I mean, maybe like 10. They were on like their parents' shoulders, which was like hard enough for anyone to see anyway, which is fine, you know. But then they had the sign up on top, and it's like, oh, come on. I've got a really small space NK haul to show you guys. I picked up 2 of Rare Beauty's lip glosses in Flicker and Glimmer. I am so impressed. I just tried them on quickly before I had a shower, and they are so good. I will show you guys Glimmer. This is my favourite one, I think. I'd say like a pinky peach. It reminds me of my favourite lip gloss, which is Damn Gina by Kylie Cosmetics, but I think this may be my new favourite lip gloss. I am so impressed with Rare Beauty's lip gloss. I looked at some reviews on TikTok which said that you could kind of feel like the glitter, and that's not the case for me at all. Like, I can't feel anything. If anything, this feels really hydrating. What I don't like about lip glosses is when they're tacky and it kind of like doesn't melt into your lips. I don't really like things that are like on top, if that makes sense. Then bought this blush from Summer. It just ran out of storage on my phone, so what I was saying is that I think I'm just going to go in with my finger and I'm just going to pat this on like I do with my Road blush. It is stunning. Oh, I love this. I don't know if you guys can see just how easy and blendable that was. Like, that just went on so nicely, and it just gives me such... Oh, I really like this. This is a really nice product. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.